Hey guys, I just want to welcome you to the Tattoo Mentor Program. So, those of you who got the email that are accepted, there are 12 of you. Um, that is out of about 36, 37 applicants. I put a 15-person maximum on this session, but in the end, it really came down to 12, actually 13. Someone had a personal obligation and they're going to have to pass for the semester. Um, but really, what I want to address is not the people who got accepted, but the people who didn't get accepted, because I'm sure they have way more questions than the people who got accepted. Let me just address what it was about the people who weren't accepted and why. Number one thing is I think there was a misunderstanding for some of you. Like each one of these things is going to apply to a different person or group of people. I think there was a misunderstanding with some of you that you could enter the program without tattoo experience. So that's number one. Anybody who didn't have tattooing experience was excluded. There was a 2-year experience minimum. Because again, it's not an apprenticeship, it's not an online school. This is a mentoring program for artists who are already professionals, already at a certain level, and trying to take it to the next level, whether it be artistically, in business, in marketing, all the ways I feel I can help. So that would be number one, is that you didn't meet the requirement as far as tattooing experience. So again, that's not a personal reason. You just didn't have enough tattooing experience. So if you weren't picked this time, and you had, let's say, a year's experience, just know that in a year you would be able to meet the minimum requirement for experience. That also kind of folds into the next reason, which would be people not working in a professional shop. You had to be able to provide contact information for the studio you currently work at, so that I can verify that you're actually working, and you're a working licensed artist. That's another requirement. So, and lastly, honestly, some of it was attitude. The answers to the questions, if I felt that they weren't being taken seriously, or if I felt that the people were not presenting themselves properly to be mentored by me, then they didn't get a shot. And for me, part of it is professionalism. I think professionalism is an important part of the new wave of tattooing. And, we really do have to step up every aspect of ourselves as artists and business people, and just people in general, um, to compete, because of the glut and the overinflation of the tattoo business. So anyhow, yeah, some of it had to do with just a general, uh, I don't know, trying not to say stupid answers or unprofessional handling of the questions, but there were a handful of people who I think they just thought, yo yo yo, I'm gonna email Keith and he's gonna teach me stuff. Nah. um, so anyway, I am really happy with the people that we selected. You were selected basically for all the opposite reasons. You had the experience, you provided some artwork, and some of you, it's actually humbling. There are a handful of you that are just tremendous tattoo artists already, and I'm flattered to think that you want help or advice or direction from me, and I will do everything I can not to disappoint you. The blog is for the class, for lack of a better word. It's not really a class, but the group, let's say, um, to interact. And one of the things that I'll be promoting, because I think it means so much to the development of artists, um, is the fact that sharing your work in progress with other artists is going to provide tremendous growth, probably unlike anything else. Once a piece is done, it's in the can and you've done it and you're over it, and then you show it to people. there's not much you could do at that point. But while you're developing things, if you're sharing it with your peers, if you're sharing with other artists, um, there's a ton of room for growth there, as far as getting input, learning to work with other people, and be tactful and constructive, and not be rude and abusive. and But anyway, as I said in the email, we're going to learn way more as a group than we learn individually. So that's what that blog invitation is for. So please post your work. If the member asks for criticism, please be constructive and be considerate when posting public criticism. If the member does not ask for criticism publicly, don't give them criticism publicly. But I suggest that you all do ask for criticism publicly. If you're a little more sensitive to what other people might think, that you think maybe you're being judged by people at large, I hope not. But it's, when I was younger, it's a fear I definitely had and struggled with. You can contact the other member with your constructive criticism or questions via private messages or emails or whatever. You guys should all have each other's emails from the emails I send you. You guys should all do this together. I mean, you're going to have your individual goals, but you should all do this program together. That's where the real growth is going to happen. This is really like a small group environment, and a mentoring experience where I can concentrate on you guys, and to see the group, to see growth of the entire group for me would be, I think, the most successful outcome. I would love to see individual members achieve massive growth. That's great. But really, I want to see the whole group kind of notch up together. That, to me, would really just, like I said, that would be the most successful outcome of the Tattoo Mentor program, is to just take groups of you in 9-week periods, help you to go from maybe, A to D, well, if it was grades, I guess you'd be going from D to A. But, you guys know what I mean. I just want to see you all kind of come up together. And part of that, like I said, is the group effort, being constructive, being supportive, and kind of, hopefully, you guys will have a little Tattoo Mentor family of colleagues now that you can, even when the program is over, you guys should be your own little tattoo support group without me even. That would be a huge, that would be a tremendous accomplishment too, I think. So we're in this together. It's the first session. I have no doubt that I can provide you guys with 9 weeks of information and instruction, and feedback, most importantly, that's going to help you improve in all the different aspects we've discussed. It's going to be much different than a webinar or this or that, because it's going to be more about you than me. So it's really going to be a lot like if you worked for me, how I've helped people who have worked for me. So anyway, I don't want to over-explain it. Like I said, this is more of just like a welcome in, and to those of you who didn't make it, please don't be discouraged to try again next time, now knowing what the criteria are. And that's it. So basically the blog, you guys can have fun with the blog from now until March. I'll announce the hard start date as soon as I possibly can. There are some soft things in my outline that I really want to do. Like, I would love to have a few, in the 9-week period, a few sessions where we all meet via, video, whether it's, via that service, which is one of the things we're asking them, is like, hey, during the session, I want to put myself and, a dozen or 15 or so people on the screen. And also I want to try and maybe bring in a few guests, friends of mine who I respect, who are either artists, tattoo artists, educators, So anyway, it's going to be fun. It's going to be an experience. It's going to be educational. Those of you who have my DVDs or just know me via tattoo education or maybe you've taken a live seminar with me or whatever. The one thing that I will tell you is it means a great deal to me to make sure that you guys get what you're trying to get out of the experience. So no worries. I am going to give you guys everything you can handle and more. Like I said, it's really going to be as close as I can make it to spending 9 weeks kind of under me in my studio, but in a virtual way. So anyway, Happy New Year to everybody, and good fortune and blessings in the new year to all of you, and good luck. And we'll see you again real soon. I'll be posting some more videos, some more information along the way that'll be free and for everyone to see. And then as of March, you're gonna start receiving the information on how you log into the system and get your exclusive content and our ability to interact privately. And don't share that information with anybody. It's your information. Don't share your passwords or usernames or anything. Why would you? You know what I mean? But what you do share is your testimonial about the experience, what you got out of it. I mean, if you could do anything for me in return, it's going to be to tell people that it was worthwhile and that they should do it, and what your experience was. Okay? So anyway, thanks again. I'll talk to you real soon, and take it easy.